Today, we're diving into some of the most mind-blowing Soviet technology that actually existed. These inventions look like sci-fi, but they were real, functioning machines that pushed the limits of engineering. We'll explore giant sea-skimming planes, the world's biggest aircraft, and even the Soviet space shuttle. The Soviets were driven by secrecy and ambition, leading to some of the wildest inventions ever built. As we go through these 7 unbelievable pieces of Soviet tech, ask yourself, which one blows your mind the most? Drop a comment below with your pick. I'm curious to see if it matches mine. Let's get started. Meet the Ekranoplan, the Caspian Sea monster, a Soviet marvel that skimmed just above the water at incredible speeds. Not quite a plane or a ship, it used ground effect to fly low and fast, nearly invisible to radar. American satellites were baffled by its massive, bizarre shape. Today, its rusting remains haunt the Caspian shore, a relic of Cold War ambition and imagination. If the Caspian Sea monster was wild, the Lun-class missile ship took things to a new level. Imagine the Ekranoplan, but now armed with 6 massive anti-ship missile launchers. This was a high-speed naval destroyer, designed to hunt aircraft carriers at over 550 km/h. The Lun-class could race toward enemy fleets, launch a barrage of supersonic missiles, and vanish before anyone could react. Its 8 powerful engines made it a marvel of engineering, but also a logistical nightmare. Only one Lun-class Ekranoplan was ever completed and served with the Soviet Navy in 1987. It was a constant, menacing presence in the Black Sea, keeping NATO on edge. Plans for a second, hospital version were abandoned as the Soviet Union collapsed. Today, the sole Lun-class sits beached in Dagestan, a surreal monument to Cold War ambition. It looks like a spaceship stranded on Earth, an ultimate expression of Soviet ground effect technology. No other country dared to pursue such a weapon on this scale. The Lun-class was built to counter American naval dominance, but its era ended before it could truly change warfare. Now, it's a breathtaking relic, part war machine, part science fiction. The Lun-class is proof that the Soviets weren't afraid to dream big, even if those dreams never fully took flight. Sometimes, the most incredible ideas are also the most fleeting. Now, let's head to the skies with the Antonov An-225 Mriya, the largest, heaviest airplane ever built. Its wingspan nearly matched a football field with 6 engines and 32 wheels. The Mriya, meaning dream, was designed to transport the Soviet space shuttle Buran and its massive boosters. When existing planes weren't big enough, the Soviets simply built the biggest one in history. The An-225 could carry up to 250 tons inside, or 200 tons on its back. Think 5 battle tanks at once. Its debut at the 1989 Paris Air Show stunned the world. After the Soviet collapse, the Mriya was mothballed, but later restored for commercial cargo flights. For 2 decades, it hauled oversized loads worldwide, becoming a legend among aviation fans. Tragically, the only An-225 was destroyed in 2022 during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Its loss was mourned globally. It was more than a plane, it was a symbol of engineering achievement and national pride. There's talk of rebuilding, but the original Mriya is gone, a casualty of the very history it once represented. The An-225 remains the ultimate heavy lifter, a flying warehouse, and a testament to Soviet ambition. It showed the world what was possible when limits were ignored. Even in ruins, its legacy soars. The Mriya was the dream that flew, and for a while, it made the impossible look easy. That's the power of Soviet engineering. You've heard of the NASA space shuttle, but the Soviets built their own, the Buran. It looked similar to the American shuttle, but under the surface, it was a different, and in some ways, more advanced machine. The Buran was launched atop the Energia rocket, making it safer and more versatile than its American rival. In 1988, the Buran made its only flight, completely unmanned, orbiting Earth twice and landing itself perfectly. This automated mission was a triumph of Soviet computer science. The American shuttle always needed a pilot. The Buran's design allowed the Energia rocket to launch other massive payloads, not just the shuttle. Despite its success, the Buran program was cancelled after just one flight due to astronomical costs and the collapse of the USSR. The only orbiter to fly was destroyed in a hangar collapse in 2002. Today, abandoned Buran shuttles gather dust in decaying hangars, a haunting symbol of lost ambition. The Buran was decades ahead of its time, but its story ended before it could truly begin. It's a bittersweet legacy, a technological marvel, abandoned at the edge of greatness. The images of these shuttles, forgotten and rusting, are some of the most powerful reminders of the Cold War's end. The Buran proved the Soviets could match the US in space, if only for a moment. It's a story of triumph, tragedy, and what might have been. Sometimes the future arrives, and then disappears. Let's go back to World War II and the T-34 tank, one of the most influential weapons of the 20th century. Its revolutionary sloped armor deflected enemy shells, offering superior protection without extra weight. German anti-tank guns couldn't penetrate its front, making it a nightmare for the enemy. The T-34 combined firepower, armor, and mobility like no other tank of its time. Designed for mass production, it was simple, robust, and could be built in huge numbers. Over 84,000 T-34s rolled off Soviet assembly lines, overwhelming German forces with sheer quantity. The tank's design was continuously improved, most notably with the T-34-85 model, which could take on heavier German tanks. It wasn't perfect, cramped turrets and rough build quality, but its effectiveness was unmatched. The T-34 became the backbone of the Red Army and a symbol of Soviet resilience. After the war, it was exported worldwide and fought in conflicts from Korea to the Middle East. Some are still in service today, a testament to its legendary status. The T-34 changed the course of history, proving that simple, effective design can win wars. It's a true icon of military engineering, the tank that helped turn the tide, and a reminder that sometimes quantity has a quality all its own. Now, from tanks to the world's most recognizable firearm, the AK-47, designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov, the AK-47 became famous for one thing: absolute reliability. Its loose tolerances made it less accurate than Western rifles, but nearly indestructible in mud, sand, or water. You could bury it, dig it up, and it would still fire. The AK-47 was simple to use and easy to maintain, perfect for a massive conscript army. It became the people's rifle, arming not just the Soviet military but revolutionaries and armies worldwide. Over 100 million have been produced, making it the most common firearm in history. Its silhouette is a symbol of rebellion, liberation, and, for some, terror. The AK-47 shaped conflicts across the globe, for better or worse. Kalashnikov himself was proud of his invention, but troubled by its use in the wrong hands. The AK-47's impact is impossible to overstate. It's more than a gun, it's a cultural icon. Its simplicity, durability, and effectiveness made it legendary, the rifle that changed the world. A piece of Soviet technology with a legacy that endures. For better or worse, the AK-47 is history in your hands. For our final marvel, look up at the Ostankino Tower in Moscow. Completed in 1967, it soared 540 meters high, becoming the world's tallest freestanding structure for nearly a decade. Built as a broadcast tower, it was also a symbol of Soviet technological might. Sleek, futuristic, and awe-inspiring. Its construction used pre-stressed concrete and steel cables, giving it strength and flexibility. The shallow foundation relied on sheer mass to keep it upright, a bold engineering choice. Inside, it featured an observation deck and a revolving restaurant, making it a status symbol and tourist magnet. The tower became an icon of Moscow, featured on stamps and in films, representing Soviet achievement. In 2000, a massive fire nearly destroyed it, but the structure survived, a testament to its design. Today, Ostankino still dominates the skyline, Europe's tallest freestanding structure. It's a concrete giant, a relic of the Cold War that endures. The tower is a monument to ambition, resilience, and the Soviet desire to reach for the sky. Even after political collapse and disaster, it stands tall, proof that some dreams are built to last. There you have it, 7 pieces of Soviet technology that seem almost too wild to be real. From sea-skimming monsters to the world's most famous rifle, the Soviets weren't afraid to think big. Which invention blew your mind? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and share with a friend who loves history or engineering. Thanks for watching. I had a blast sharing these stories with you. Next time, we'll explore even more mind-boggling secret projects from the other side of the Cold War. See you in the next one! Den pa, zur meisten Bausarzessens.